What's up YouTube, it's Orth. Now today we're going to be looking at my plat push. These videos go up on Tuesday. I look at my Monday push and see what I did well. Now this push, last week we did get top 10. This week I was looking to improve on that. We did do that. We finished in the top 5. So let's go ahead and take a look at my push. So I have the last hour of footage here, although I'm not going to go through the whole last hour of the push. I'm probably going to focus on the last 20 to 25 minutes. So let's see if we can find a spot where we can start. Last 23 minutes, I think this is a good spot to start. Here we have a team, Ursaga, Marishka, UDK and Rhodos. Interesting sort of team. There's no threat other than Rhodos, and there's no other reviver apart from Marishka. So I didn't really feel the need to bring Yumiko here. So I just bring in Cardiel with the extra ally attack from Necrit and Cardiel. And we're going to be looking to get this Rhodos down. There we made a small error. You shouldn't really attack Rhodos when he's on a UDK team if you're not going to attack him with ally attack. You should only attack Rhodos with ally attacks because UDK is going to tank the first hit, and Rhodos, if he's above 50% HP, he will not die. So you want to make sure you kill Rhodos as effectively as possible. Here I should be striking Ursaga. She has decreased defense and weaken. She's already taken a turn. Yes, she has strengthen, but she would have died, in my opinion. She would have died to the one hit all the way. And then we do get the ally attack from Necrit that we can use to kill off Rhodos. But it's okay. We do not do it like we should, but we still take care of it. Still the same outcome, I believe, because the ally attack will kill Ursaga and it kills Rhodos. So same thing. The only thing is that Rhodos got an extra turn. We didn't have to allow him to take that extra turn. We go in and we try killing the Marishka. We didn't have the big ability because we wasted it trying to kill Rhodos. So that is a problem. It does take us slightly longer, maybe an animation or two, but nothing too bad. Around about 55 seconds, waiting for this UDK to take a turn. Ally attack, not going to get the job done. Gonna wait for Turvold to do his big nuke, and we're gonna get it done. This week I mainly focused on this Turvold team. I do use bombs slightly. I do use bombs against a particular opponent, you'll see. So we're taking a couple of refreshes. I see Gotaga from IPR running this team. He's running one reviver with UDK and Taras. With obviously the Marishka as well. So we focus on locking them out so we don't take the nuke from Taras. So we lock out Taras. He only has his A1 for 2 turns. We kill off Sifi first, and then we focus on whatever else we can kill. So Sifi has got to go, because if we don't kill Sifi, we might be in a position where she revives and she wastes the passive on our Lydia. So we don't want that. We soften up Taras. This is really important. We soften him up because we know we can't one-shot him from full HP. So we do the ally attack to bring him a little bit lower. And then we go in and with the second hit, we do 91k. I believe if that Taras didn't have that first hit, if he's more than 91k HP, which most of the time he is, it can be quite tricky. Here I'm trying to make my mind up on whether I can kill something or not. I just had a feeling I wasn't going to kill Marishka or UDK, so I just decided to take the damage on UDK. Then I put the ally protection on, and then we just one-shot. I'm in 5 seconds, nice and easy. Kutaga's defense. There was a defense that won platinum that I fight against, which I'm really looking forward to watching. It was the panda defense. I'll explain why the defense is as good as it is, and how it got a little bit lucky against me, but I still need to test whether if the defense doesn't get lucky, do I manage to beat it or not. But I'll show you. I did watch the fight once. Right after reset, I went back and checked the fight that I lost, because Panda ended up winning his 14th trophy. I was kind of thinking to myself, maybe if there was a better way to farm him, it would be good. And next week, anybody who does well with their defense, A, they run the defense themselves, and B, somebody else is going to be looking at the best finishers and trying to imitate the defense. Although Panda's champions are really well built, but if a team is a problem, it can still be really, really good, even if it's not built perfectly. So we'll have to see how we do against that fight. Here we're looking to kill both of the champions, but we don't kill UDK because he becomes quite tanky after his allies die. But ally attack still doesn't kill him. He has strengthen. He lives with a little bit of HP, but that's okay. Can Lydia kill him? No, he healed up a little bit because we have bolster and he has the mastery that heals him. 11 points. I am gaining quite a few points. 49.50 I am right now. So I am feeling like I'm a little bit behind of these guys I'm hitting. Gaining 11 points generally means that on the leaderboard, I'm lower than these guys. So fighting them is good for me because I bring them down and I ladder up from the points. And is better than fighting +9s or +8s for me. 11 points just makes it easier for me to bridge the gap between me and them. Again, same thing. We're going to ally attack Taras to soften him up a little bit to make sure we get the one shot at the end. Put the ally protection. This is one thing I've started doing with this team is you always want to put ally protection on Turvold. You don't really want to put it on Yumiko. You don't really want to put it on anybody else. As soon as your Necrit ally protection is available, just go ahead and put it on Taras because he's the one that's going to basically need it. There was a really nice clean one shot. Gotaga. 45.90, we are round about top 10. Although, let me just check that again. Where were we? Is this the next fight? Top 8, 45.98, it looks like. 45.98 are my points, and I am top 8 currently. It looks like I am taking a bit of a breather. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm checking something in Discord. I'm probably checking something in Discord. We go ahead and take a fight. Yeah, I'm probably just check something. Let the clanmate or some clanmates probably told me to check something. During reset, there is comms from the clanmates, mentioning what people are running. So it's always a good idea if you are pushing with your clanmates or if you're pushing within a clan that's, even if you're pushing with 3 or 4 guys from your clan, it's worth keeping up to date with your Discord. So, you'll see you don't miss any information that can be vital. This is another piece of information I relay back. This Yumiko outspeeds me, which is very interesting. She has the smaller aura and we both have the same aura, 6-star aura blessing. But yeah, with a 19% aura, he actually outspeeds me, which feels a little bit bad. Getting outsped does not feel great because I know that Duchess is high resistance because she's +4 and she has the resistance, the 40 resistance from the blessing she's taken because the aura blessing gives you extra 50 resistance, I want to say. So I don't want to be in a position where if I do manage to outspeed him, I won't have enough accuracy to lock out his Duchess. So it's not really going to be a fight that I'm going to want to take. I have to be able to outspeed and lock out for me to be able to do a fight that I would want to take. If they veil up with Duchess, it can just be annoying. This is a fight I kind of take a few times. This fight I do in around about 30 seconds the first time. I managed to do it in 30 seconds. I refresh and find this guy again, and this is something you can look out for at reset. If you find somebody who's a good speed farm for you, even though you're beating it consistently, you should always try to find a faster way whilst you're doing the fight. To find somewhere you can speed up the fight, what would be the perfect thing for you to do at which turn. So you'll see that 9 trophy account. We will go back and hit that a few times. Here we have Victor Tez. I'm looking at Victor Tez. We go past him. Do we take the Victor Tez fight? I'm looking at it. No, we just skip. We skip. I did fight him once. I don't know if it was this fight. It might have been a different fight. Do we take him here? I'm taking a long time deciding what I want to do here. Here's the panda defense. I take the panda defense. This is a good fight to watch back. This is the defense that won platinum. So you'll see what I mentioned about the defense is very, very strong. It's a really good defense. Although, I did get a little bit unlucky, but it is a fantastic defense. So here we'll see Necrit taking 2 turns. Then I'm going to go ahead and kill the Necrit. Down he goes. And then there's an ally attack. You'll see on the first turn that Mariska has taken. she will decrease her cooldowns, which is going to be really interesting later on in the fight. See there, this is a cycle of magic procced. I believe it's a 5% chance of proccing, but it can proc. And when it does proc against Yumiko, it is very, very effective and it can be very powerful. If this procs, it means that when the stone skin wears off, this champion will have both of their abilities to pick from. This is going to make a big difference in this fight. And the main reason why I end up losing this fight. So we'll see Mariska decreased her cooldown. The Taras is pretty quick, so he's lapping back around to his abilities. Here we do the ally attack into Taras. We're trying to bring his HP down, but we don't really do much damage because he has strengthened that's there from Necrit. I'm trying to control his turn meter. I do a big nuke here, and the reason why I do this damage is because his damage is based on HP, and if you destroy his HP, he does less damage, and his buffs and the amount of buffs on the team also mean he does less damage. But remember when the decrease cooldown happened on Mariska? Mariska has an ability that she's just about to do, and you'll see what she does to me. She heals him up to full HP, she cures all of the destroyed max HP, and she gives additional buffs. Now, this is a big problem for me because I can normally tank this nuke with the situation where his HP is destroyed and there's maybe like 4 buffs out there. That nuke I can tank, but that goes from 60% HP to 100% HP, and the 6 buffs go to 9 buffs. And you'll see he ends up hitting much, much harder. It might even been more than 6, because here it seems like he has 4, 4, and then 3. So 11 buffs. So it went from 6 buffs to 11 buffs. And you can see the amount of damage that he just managed to put out. We still managed to tank in some areas, but we're on the back foot now. And his HP's now recovered too. Means that we can't actually kill him. So here we're struggling to kill him. We break some more HP. We're trying to get him down. We don't have our big ability because we didn't kill him last time we nuked him. So there we tried to kill him, not enough damage. And here I'm hoping he attacks my Lydia, but he actually ends up attacking my Turvold and killing my Turvold, which ends the fight. So a bit unfortunate. Maybe if the defense is exactly the same, I'll try it again. If I don't get the 5% from Cycle of Magic, I win. Maybe there's something I could have done better. Maybe I don't take the nuke when I did. Here when I, which turn is it? So I believe this nuke here. Here if I don't take the nuke, if I don't hit him with my A3 and just do A1 into him, I won't be destroying as much HP, but I could still be doing a bit of damage. But it's the same position it would put me in. The only thing that it would help with is the next time I hit him, I'll be doing a lot more damage, but I still don't feel like I'll be doing enough damage to kill him. So she pulls another shield up, he extends the buffs, and then even if we had the big ability here, it doesn't really give us enough damage. Maybe from this position, if I hit him with my big nuke, if I have my A3, I could probably kill him. So maybe I'll try that next week. I won't use the A3. I'll probably do A2 into A1 and then tank up the hit and then try to kill him before he kills me. But yeah, a little bit annoying. Even when you get unlucky on RNG, which can happen, you also need to come up with ways to beat the defense with the bad RNG, right? Because if you lose to bad RNG, you shouldn't be taking fights that can lead to bad RNG and you just losing the fights, because it happens and you cannot afford to lose any fights at reset, especially against somebody who is a contender for winning a trophy. So you have to take into account every single bad RNG you can get. And despite the bad RNG, if you can still win, then those are the fights you should be taking at Platinum Reset. You shouldn't be taking fights that you can lose just to bad RNG. So here we see I'm looking for a better way to fight this guy. We're still around about 30 seconds. He is lowish on points, so I do try to refresh and look for him quite a bit. That strategy doesn't really pay off because his points are just too low and I'm a little bit too high. We do find somebody, I think this is the same guy. Yeah, it's the same guy. I'm looking for the best way to hit him, just double bomb spread. I am doing the strip. And now I'm checking whether I have enough turn meter or not. So I do the increase speed, I do the revive, and then I put it on auto. And then I should be clicking on UDK so we can reduce his, or we can bomb spread. Because we are going to get the bomb spread here. We spread the bombs back and then they go. I am going to be making a guide on this team, on the bomb team. It's a little bit less effective with Mariska being in the meta because Mariska puts up block damage when she has bombs placed on anybody on the team. Another one of her amazing passives that deals with a really good offense. So it's not as effective as it was before Mariska, but it's still, you still find some spots where you can run bombs. People still bomb Mariska teams. There are ways you can bomb Mariska. I got bombed 2 weeks ago. This week, a clanmate of mine got bombed, even though we were running Marishkas on our team. So you can still be bombed even if you're running Mariska. But yeah, it's not really as consistent or as effective. But yeah, if you find somebody you can run bombs against, you can do it. I will be making a guide showing, exactly how you can bomb in arena, the Astralith guide. Here we're trying to kill Duchess before we kill Mariska, because killing Duchess with Lydia being alive is more important. Because if Duchess and Lydia are both alive and you kill Mariska first, and then Duchess basically goes heads and then revives Mariska, which you can be in a bit of bother. Here we have another lockout, so we just lock her out again. Bit fortunate that we got the lockout there. If we didn't get the lockout, Duchess would have revived and wasted our Lydia passive, and it could have been quite annoying, but the way it turned out is we got the lockout from Yumiko, so we didn't let Duchess revive. We went and took her down. Last 10 minutes, we're looking for quick fights and we're looking for consistent fights. Those are the two things I'm looking for. I took 3 refreshes at the top looking for the guy that I can bomb, but after 3 refreshes, I didn't find him. So I'm looking for a different sort of target. This SK team has the UDK plus Sifi. Let's see how we get on. I believe this is a Swift Parry Sifi. She wasn't wearing any stone skin, so she might be Swift Parry. Let's see what happens here. We're going to put the big nuke into the reviver. Always want to kill the reviver first. Let's see. I could have probably attacked Mariska too, since Mariska does not have stone skin. But we decide to kill off Sifi, and then we're killing off Taras, and then we're leaving Mariska till the end. Here we might lock him out. Yeah, there he goes. He's locked. So now I change over to Mariska. I kill off Mariska because Taras won't counter me. If you watch the YouTube guide I made on Turvold, I explained if you lock out Taras's active abilities, he won't counter you because the passive is basically coded as an active ability, or the passive is, it basically doesn't work if you lock out the active. So here you can see this guy has gone ahead and copied the panda defense. So either, I'm not saying that he copied the defense, maybe he just thought of the defense at the same week as panda did, but it's basically the replica. And next week there's going to be more of this. This is the defense that won platinum. People are going to be testing on how to beat this team, including myself. I'm going to be trying to get my clanmates to build this team. It's not that hard to build. You need 1 Taras, 1 Mariska, UDK was free, and Necrit's been in the game for a while. So I'm going to be practicing against this. This guy is running Bolster Necrit, not Stone Skin. So that's pretty different. But yeah, it's Savage, Taras, Stone Skin, Mariska, and Stone Skin UDK. So this is the team I'm going to be practicing against, and I'm expecting to see this team a lot more next reset. So a good way on beating this team would be good. Do I chance it? I do chance the big nuke. I don't get the kill. I believe this is the fight that also goes pretty long. I believe I was stuck in this fight for 2 minutes, but I managed to get the win, which is very important. It went really close, but we managed to get the win right at the end. I believe it's an IPR member 6 trophy. It could be Slar, although I'm not too sure. It could be Slar. IPR does change the members that attack on different accounts. They seem to not have like one person pushing on one account like we do in MAD. Generally, if somebody's pushing on a clanmate's account, we kind of stick to we kind of stick to whoever's pushing. They can focus on building the champions they want and just doing the fights however they want. But IPR kind of switches around. They do like different people attack on different accounts quite a bit. So you can't actually just say this is a 6 trophy account. The same guy pushes every single week. So here we're in a bit of bother. Taras is still alive. We're pretty low. We don't get our ally attack. I'm fearing the worst. Here my Turvold is fast enough to go and we manage to get the kill. If there we do not kill Taras or we don't go before Taras, we just die. So 1 minute 57 seconds. Although I'm not mad. That could have been 1 minute and 50 seconds loss. I take the win. Again, I will be practicing against that defense. That defense does seem to be quite good. But next week, we'll be prepared. A lot more people are going to be practicing against it too. We find our best friend. We find, I believe this is an IPR member who pushes on this account. But yeah, we found a way to basically do this fully on auto. We do basically just spread at the end. I don't need to really manual this much. I just need to click on UDK. Just click on UDK and just press auto throughout the fight. There is one turn I need to do a revive, but it's pretty much just straight up bomb. I refresh. There's Gutaga there. This is a thing I didn't do well that next week I need to improve on. This week I was generally looking for 1 to 2 fights to focus on. That seems to be not the best way to do it, especially if those 1 to 2 fights are +8 and +9 for me, because I'm so high up. I'm not going to find those guys. I need to focus 4 to 5 different teams that I can beat. This Kotaga team, I could consistently hit this Kotaga team. I should be focusing on it a little bit more. I do take this fight. How long is left on this push? Let's take a look. We have around about 5 minutes left. So yeah, I need to focus on more than 2 to 3 people, maybe 4 to 5 people, which are running the similar sort of defense, and I'm consistently able to farm them and have a decent amount of points. The points gain really depends on how long it takes for me to do the fight. The bomb team that I'm running is really, really fast. So even though it's +8, it's worth my time because I can complete that fight in around about 30 seconds. There's a fight or two I do in around about 23, 24 seconds too. So yeah, it's definitely worth your time looking for somebody who's lower points, but you can find and farm super fast. But if it's going to take you forever to find them, it takes away the time that you kind of spend farming, just looking for them. So here we have the Gutaga fight. This fight is nice and quick. They both survive, which is a little bit annoying. Marishka survives with literally just no HP. We do it again. They survive again because they have strength in this time. I do the ally attack. I don't have ally protection, so we don't get the ally attack. And then I A1. So around about a 48-second fight turned into a 58-second fight. Last 4 minutes left. I'm looking for fights I can take. There's fights that I'm skipping. For example, there's this fight. The 6 trophy IPR fight. I can take this quite comfortably and beat this quite comfortably by skip. And then I hit Jacob, who's another content creator. He does not have Marishka, but he performs really, really well. He also uploads his YouTube. He also uploads his pushes to YouTube too. So shout out Jacob. He is doing quite well without having Marishka. He put this defense in and he was mentioning to me the fact that I actually lock out his high resistance Mithrala. And he believes he got unlucky. He believes that if I do not lock out his Mithrala here, that the fight would have been different. He might be right, but I do decrease defense and weaken after his Mithrala takes a turn. So if he puts up increased defense or strengthen, maybe he has a chance. But I put decreased defense and weaken. We get sheeped. It's not an issue. We're going to go ahead and kill off 2 of his champions in 1 hit. Pretty powerful. Down they both go. And then we kill off Duchess because our Lydia's sheep, so I don't really want to, rely on her block revive. And then we go ahead and kill him off. 29 seconds. This is a fight I could have taken pretty consistently too, because Jacob's on a decent amount of points, but it's all good. Not hitting Jacob, he's cool. He comes through to Twitch chat from time to time, so he's a friend of the stream. So not farming him is not really, I'm not too disappointed in not being able to like hit him over and over again. But here we go, the same fight. We'll see. This is where I go fully on auto. I know what my champions are going to do. I then take it off, I revive, I put it back on auto. Here I target UDK, which is the best thing to do. Reduce his HP and then bomb spread with my Tuhanarak, and then it's a 24-second fight. Nice and easy. The only problem is finding him takes me quite some time, so I shouldn't really be looking to find him too much. I need to focus on Gotaga, 6 Trophy Frog. We could probably hit Jacob, but maybe not. And there's 1 or 2 other defenses that we can farm up pretty quickly. But we find this guy again, same thing again. We hit, we wait for Arbiter to take a turn. My Arbiter does not have revive on her presets. I've turned her revive off. So I have to manually revive my champions if I want them back. So here we go. This fight is going to be 23 seconds. Nice and easy. Last 2 minutes. I kind of took my eye a little bit off the clock. I was just focused on finding the fight I want, and I kind of took my eye off it a little bit. If I'm focusing on the clock, we see Gotaga on the page. If I'm keeping my eye on the clock, I would be taking. I just don't hit Gotaga. I just go next. Although it's a good defense, it's a strong defense, but I can beat it consistently and fast enough. Here we're just looking and refreshing. 6 Trophy Frog is there. We do go ahead and take him. Same sort of fight. Again, this is the fight that was lower on the page earlier on. So we're going to lock out. There's a resist. There's the 3% on Taras, but it doesn't really matter too much. We have the block active abilities, so he won't nuke us for 2 turns. Although we are going to keep an eye on him because we don't want him to basically kill us. So we kill Harima. We're going to ally attack. We can ally attack Taras, but we don't. We actually just kill off his Marishka. We don't need the block revive anymore. We can get sheeped. And from here on out, we're just going to go ahead and kill Taras. Decrease defense and weaken. He's not living. We just do way too much damage. Here we do. I just let the nuke fly. I could have taken it off auto and not done the nuke, but we have decreased defense and weaken. Ally attack should kill him. Yeah, ally attack does plenty damage. Plus 9 points, 50 seconds. From here on out, I don't manage to get a fight in. This is the wrong 6 trophy account. I see Gotaga on this refresh here. Even if I take this Gotaga fight, I don't think I finish in time because fights take around about 50 seconds. Yes, some people say there's a bit of a delay and a bit of a lag, so you can get fights in after resets finished. But I go ahead and take this fight. We have 30 seconds left. I'm not really sure this fight's going to count. I know I'm not going to be able to complete it in time. There's 3% on this fight. Seems to be quite the trend. The Ukrainian champions seem to resist quite a bit. On 3%, I seem to have it multiple times during resets, but I'm just tinfoil hatting at this point. Here we locked out Taras this time. Similar sort of thing. We're going to do the lockout active abilities. We don't have our big nuke. Seems to be that we wasted it on hitting into a non-reaction champion, and there we also wasted our nuke or ally attack into Necrit. So it's not going to be as quick, but we want to finish this fight in time anyway. We're going to go ahead and kill off Marishka. No counterattack. And then we'll focus on Taras and then go ahead and take him out. Ally attack should get the job done. Yep. And then UDK takes a turn and then just wait for Big T to take his turn and take out UDK. But yeah, that was the push. Right at the end, I could have done faster fights. I could have hit people who were consistently higher than me. The bomb fights were quick, but finding them was a bit of a chore. If I just had stuck to fighting high points, because finding them consistently would have been good. Here we see my defense log. This was basically my defense log for the last 15 minutes. I have one more fight underneath here. So I lose I believe I lose 5 fights in the last 15 minutes, which is pretty good. It's pretty decent. This counting right at the buzzer was a bit of a pain. This hit got in just right at the last minute. It seems to be me and Panda were pretty similar on points because he got 10 points for beating me. If he was a lot more points than me, he would have only gotten 9 points and I would have lost 9 points. But he gets 10 points for beating me. He gets it in right at the last minute too. But yeah, and I don't get a fight in the last 50 seconds. So a bit of improvement there, maybe fighting consistently higher points and fighting them and finding them quicker rather than focusing on finding somebody who's 20 seconds, 23 seconds. Just hitting people that you can find quicker would be better for me. And then we have the -12, -13 from the 2 IPR members. And then we have the SP dude down here with double Taras. Mainly the teams that hit me, there's a Turvold team, there's a double Taras team, there's 2 double Tarases teams, and there's a Georgid. So that was my defense log. So apart from the one loss that we took to Panda's defense, which was a little bit RNG, we didn't really lose a fight. There was the other defense, the similar defense, or the same defense that we kind of came close to losing. I'm just waiting for the trophy to kind of drop, or the chest to drop. I am waiting for the trophy to drop too. But yeah, we finished top 5. We finished rank number 4. I really wanted 3 because I really want avatars, but it's all good. Closer than last week. Last week we finished 10th. This week we finished 4th. Next week, hoping for trophy. Definitely want to get into top 3. Trophy would be amazing, but I'm not disappointed with this push. Top 5 is always good. It's very, very competitive at the top of Platinum Arena. So it's always good to be able to do well. Let me know what you guys think of the video. That's it for this week. Weekly pushes go up on my YouTube on Tuesdays, so make sure you check them out. And I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.